This is Hillbillies in the Bush, and I want to show you guys a little kit I put together. This is a repair kit. It's by no means a complete kit, but it's a pretty decent kit, and it's for repairing just about anything. In fact, the needles that I used in this, I actually sewed this sheath up with it. And in fact, the line that I got in here, the white wax string, works great on leather sheaths. And I'll just take it out here and show you what I got. First of all, you can go pick these up at Wally World. I can't remember if they're $3 or something like that. $3 or $4. It's a little Singer sewing kit. Now I've got other stuff in this, but it's basically the kit. Now guys, there is a guy on YouTube, and his YouTube channel is Historical Trekking, and he's an older gentleman, and I'll put a link down below on him. Historical Trekking. Now this old guy, I'll tell you what, he has done stuff like they do back in the old days, and he shows back in like the Civil War how they put together, like pretty much every guy had a sewing kit, because it wasn't like you could go to town and tell some seamstress, here, like, mend up my uniform or mend up my pants or whatever. They carried this stuff with them, guys. A sewing kit was a priority, as much as it was, well, maybe not as much, but close to fire, powder, ball, you know, cap and ball, whatever your, well, it wouldn't be cap, be flint, but just as important as anything else in your kit as a knife, a sewing kit or a repair kit was carried by almost everybody, all the guys, because you had to do your own repairs out in a field when you're out there, whether it be in a war or whatever. But anyway, just to show you some strong lead line that I've got is, of course, spider wire. And like I say, I use this stuff on just about everything. You could actually use this kit for a suture kit if you had to, but this here will work great for needle and thread. It's the strongest thread you'll ever use, I'll guarantee you that. But then I pick up another pack of, well, there's all kinds of needles, but you'll see them over in the sewing section, I guess, at Wally World. But there's a pack of these. Then I have a couple buttons. Now I've got to put a couple more buttons in. You can make your own buttons out of bone or wood or whatever, but I do need to add some safety pins to this. This, like I say, isn't complete yet. I've been putting it together, but as you can see, I've got some of the bigger line. Like if you had something leather, excuse me, or a backpack or something like that that you were that broke in the field, you could use this stuff, or you could use the spider wire. Spider wire is just strong stuff. But if you wanted something a little thicker, heavier, this is like 200-pound test line. Then what I got down inside here, which I may end up changing this, but there's a little piece of cloth that you could use for a patch material. And as you can see, I've got another one of them hard drive magnets. And that hard drive magnet keeps them needles all together. And now in this little Singer kit, these needles right here was what was in it. You got, I believe this is a cloth sail needle. If I'm not mistaken, it's curved and it's kind of wide. Some of you guys may know this stuff better than me. It had one of these little things like this, but it was kind of big, and I took them all out. And I wish now I'd probably kept it, because it did keep everything organized. But this little magnet right here keeps these all organized, plus it magnetized these needles. You know, you got your, this is what I would call a suture needle. I'm not sure what they called it, but that looks like a suture needle to me. And then there's a smaller one, like that. And then of course you got the big needle that had that little flat spot on it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Then there's another big needle with a great big eye on it. Now that one ain't very sharp, but it does have a great big eye. And that's for guys like me, so I don't poke myself with it when I'm using it, because it ain't very sharp. Then this one here, now I believe this one here is the one that I sewed my sheath up with. But and it ain't too sharp. And then they go on down. There's these little ones here, which I have no idea what they're for. But as you can tell, they've got an eye on them. And they got that little flat spot on there that would probably make a, actually it's a triangle. Let me see if I can get that in there. But anyway, little triangle, like a chisel point. And then they got another one, like another chisel point on that. But and then you got two other smaller needles, and I believe all these came in that one kit. But like I say, this is my little repair kit, and I've used it. Actually, I've used it to sew sheaths up with. I haven't used it to sew any buttons on yet, but if I need to, I could. And that magnet keeps it all together. Keeps them all together, and then basically I just roll them up in this here piece of cloth, which you could use for patch. And then I put them all back down in here. And then
also use it for char cloth, multi-purpose.
Yeah. A buddy of mine just said you could use that for char cloth if you had to, and he's right. So it has a lot of purposes, and like I said, you could use this for all kinds of stuff. But repair kit's basically what this is set up for. And if I threw a couple fish hooks in here, or even used a couple of those curved needles, you could probably use those for fish hooks. But it's got my spider wire down in there for sewing thread. And then of course a couple buttons I tuck back here. And like I say, the one thing I'm missing out of here that I should put in be some safety pins. But it goes all back together in that little kit. And as you can see, this stuff's kind of lightweight. It's small, lightweight. But Historical Trekking, go check that guy out. And if you like his channel, sub to him. He's got some really good videos on a lot of stuff that they did back in the old days. He shows you how to sew up make some moccasins, some center seam moccasins, and how to make any kind of charred material, not necessarily charred cloth, but charred material that they would have back in the day, because they wouldn't rip up their clothes necessarily to make char cloth, because that was something harder to find. But go check him out, Historical Trekking. I'll put the link below. And hope you guys like this little kit, something to think about. But I now carry this with my day pack, because if your pack breaks, you're going to need something to sew it up with, or anything can happen, guys, and just having a little repair kit could come in handy. And like I said, it's lightweight, it's small, it really doesn't take up much room, and it's just something to have. So thanks for watching. Until next time, we'll see y'all later.